Hi guys, it's Nicole and I've got a quick single page school themed layout for you today. The sketch that I am following is from Scrapbook Generation. It is part of their free sketch series, Sketch Support. This is from 31. However, I did use a single page modification that's part of the bonus content. So basically, whenever Allison drops the sketch support sketch, that one is free, and then there's a $2 add-on that you can buy where it's typically about a 3-page PDF, and there's just a bunch of different modifications, singles, doubles, adding photos, removing photos. If you've ever purchased any of her classes or bundles, you kind of know what to expect. So I am following, like I said, one of the single page modifications because the original sketch was a double page. Now, I will say this process is fairly quick. The layout came together pretty quick. This was probably the smoothest one that I had in the month of June. Basically, most of the videos that are dropping in July, I actually made the layouts in June as part of the Dark Side Challenge, in which Lisa over at Life and Layouts and I are running together. And Too Long Didn't Read, essentially, it's a challenge kind of designed to find the gaps in your layout or in your albums and get them filled with, like, you're dedicating the time to get it done, with some added benefits of cleaning up your photo storage, that kind of thing. Like all of the things that you kind of avoid and you don't want to do, especially if you're like me and you bounce around in your process and you don't work chronologically. So for the Dark Side Challenge for June, my year that I picked was 2020. June, I was actually done. I didn't need to do any layouts, so I bounced backwards to January, and that's kind of what I had been working in. And this is the third layout that I needed to complete for that. I actually made 4, however, one of them I duplicated the photos, so basically I created a layout that I did not need to do, so that I set aside. I love the base layout, so I just need to kind of find some photos that will fit and substitute them out, which I actually just did today. So I'm going to take care of some stuff today, kind of handle a bunch of goofs that I've had recently, and again, do some of the dark side stuff where it's just all this stuff that you don't like to do because it's not fun. So like I said, I'm following a modification. I just kind of kept going back to this one. I really liked the large title that was depicted on there and the fact that there was 4 photos. So I grabbed these photos from an awards ceremony. I think this was one of the few times that I went to one ceremony to see both of my kids get awards. They used to do these ceremonies like monthly prior to shutdown and stuff, and this was the one time that, just based on the way that they break down the grades and the ceremony times, that I only had to go to one instead of sitting through 2. And I think they both got like what they called student of the month in the same month, so that was really cute. And I pulled out my big stash of school stuff, but in the end, I ended up just picking some B-sides that I liked the colors, and the colors match this print and cut collection that I have from Tracy Reed, where the theme of the collection really leans into like distance learning and stuff, because it came out probably summer of 2020, I want to say, but I just really like the colors in that collection. So if it's not, like, if I'm not talking about virtual learning or anything like that, I just kind of gravitate towards the more generic school themed pieces in that collection that you can kind of see up in the upper right. I have kind of gone through and used a lot of my favorite images, but the nice thing about print and cuts is I can go back through and I can basically just print some more and cut them out again and like refill my stash. There's just something about the color palette of this one, and just I think that the way that she designed the images and stuff to me, they don't read like super juvenile to where it's only going to be okay for elementary school, or they don't read more matured where it's like, okay, well, maybe I'll only use them for middle school or high school. To me, it's just a very like well balanced design of stuff, and I like the kind of like muted, almost like rainbow color palette. So I think today I might go and find where I've got these saved and see if I can just print the stuff that I want instead of the full sheets. But if I have to print the full sheets, it's fine. It's just paper, right? Now, I did beef up my title. I cut the awards with it's a big, like, bold alpha from Altenew. I believe you can still get it because I could still link it. And then the January and ceremony words, these are super old, like chalkboard letter stickers from Authentique. I actually somehow ended up with 2 sheets of them. I love those things. If I do use letter tiles, I like to pop them up with foam adhesive. I think it just kind of helps them like be a little bit more prominent. And then I tried something new with my date. I found this Lawn Fawn alphabet stamp set that I had, and it's these like tall skinny letters, or yeah, I mean it's letters, but there's numbers in there too. I didn't love the final result, but at the end it was just kind of like, you know what, done is better than not done. And then I added some die cut stars, and I just got these like wonky ones from Spellbinders. These are really fun for school stuff, so I will link those below. And as always, I thank you guys for spending some time with me, and I'll catch you in another video soon.